And we'll start with, what do I know about children? Children are very precious. I believe it is a privilege to be a teacher because of the influence that we have on children every day, that they are with us. It's how we act, it's what we say, how we react will often have that long-lasting effect on children for the rest of their lives. So it's a great honour and a privilege to be a teacher. When I was AP at Pukete, I enrolled well over 1,000 5-year-olds during that period of time I was there. At the enrolment, 3 weeks before they turned 5, our kiddies can turn up to school on their 5th birthday. I would often ask them, what would you like to do when you come to school? And the answer invariably was, I want to learn to read and I want to play. And I said to them, we will certainly teach you to read when you come to our school, and you most definitely can play at our school. We do lots of playing here. These children were very excited, but they had very high expectations of what school was all about and what we could do for them. Now, one of the greatest gifts that we can give to a child is the gift of literacy. If we can help these children to become successful speakers, readers and writers, we make a child somebody. It is our responsibility as a teacher to know children, whether they are 5 or 12 years of age. We may be teaching children who are 7, but we should know what children are like in their conceptual development when they're 5 and 6 and so on and beyond, because a 5-year-old does not think like a 6-year-old. A 6-year-old does not think like a 7-year-old. Their world is continually expanding. Many things are happening in their lives as they grow in confidence and develop that independence. At 5 years of age, the young child loves to play. Toys, play and make-believe allow them the freedom to explore their expanding world. And this is why I say we must allow them to play. As they explore their expanding world, they see things in a different way from what we see them. They see birds chasing butterflies. They see ants crawling around the place. They see children fall over when they have running races. Children experience sibling rivalry as well. As a 6-year-old, they're beginning to make friends, but they play around with their friends. They don't really begin to develop firm friendships. They're sort of, one day you're my friend and next day you're not, sort of thing. We all know that sort of thing. They're beginning to understand at age 6 their family structure. They're beginning to understand the expanding world of their family. They're looking not just at their immediate family, but they're looking at the various generations and trying to conceptualise where this person fits and that person fits within their actual family unit. At 6 years of age, children, time is quite a difficult thing for them to understand. Even from the time from 9 o'clock till 3 o'clock is an awful long time in their lives. Trying to teach a child the difference between an analogue and a digital clock at age 6 is just about, you might as well hit yourself, bang yourself against a brick wall. How can you understand what 9:40 is as opposed to 20 to 10. You know, you can't understand that when you're 6. So these are conceptual things that at age 6 we've got to be aware of. At age 7, team sports are becoming very important to a child. Now friendships are becoming important, and they're starting to firm up those friendships between 7 and 8 years of age. During this time, between really the ages of 5 and 9, children are making huge strides in their experiences and reasoning power. And concepts in the books that we give them in the classroom should match this growth and help it to flourish. By age 9 to 12, the world is continually expanding. Sequential logical stories are important for children's intellectual development because they help them to become aware of the concept of cause and effect. When they understand cause and effect, then they can relate this to appropriate degree to cause and effect in their own lives and their own actions. At this age also, they're suddenly beginning to realise when they're beyond Earth and beyond, they're also beginning to become aware of things that affect our environment and the wildlife today. So they've all got their opinion on this sort of thing, and they love to discuss it. So life is really expanding for them. I've always said one of the tricks we as teachers, and I'm talking to you as a teacher today, okay? One of the things we have to do, we have to get inside the head of a 5-year-old. And as I said before, a 5-year-old thinks in a different way from a 6-year-old. So when we're writing texts, and Jenny Giles and I used to do this quite a bit because we're from the same school, and we would think of a certain child and we'd say, how would he read this book? How would Sean, I won't tell you his other name, how would Sean read and understand this book? So whenever you were writing, we're thinking of a specific child aged such and such. And so that book has to match what we think that particular 5-year-old or that particular 6-year-old, right? So all the time we're inside the head of that child, and so the books must match that particular child or group of children that we had. Okay? So that was a real trick.